Welcome to Dan ARG YouTube. The Edo State Governor, Godwin Obaseki, increased workers' salary minimum wage to 70,000 naira for Edo State. Some people come dey talk say na politics Obaseki dey play, na because of election wey dey come for Edo State. Na Obaseki increase minimum wage to 70,000 naira. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, wey be Nigeria president, say na 54,000 naira na e wan pay. Labour don reject that 54,000 naira. See am here for newspaper. Dem say dem no go accept the 54,000 naira wey Tinubu say e wan pay workers. Make I leave you now, make you hear from Olu Martins. The message wey bring come today as e dey talk to Edo people, make dem vote Asue Ighodalo, because na Asue Ighodalo na im be the man wey go fit carry on with the kind thing wey the Edo State Governor Godwin Obaseki dey do if e win election wey dey come for Edo State. Make I leave you now, make you hear from Olu Martins. The message wey bring come. Enjoy the video.
A few days ago, sir, the state governor has just signed into law. So it is now law that Edo State will pay 70,000. 70,000. Federal government is dealing with 54,000. They are just moving from initially 48. Now they've been able to upscale it. 54. They can't even do up to 60,000. But Edo State has signed the bill. We are paying from the end of this month, May. In a few days, we will be paying people the new minimum wage, 70,000. Unprecedented in the history of this country. No state government has been able to do it. The federal government, with its behemoth collection from the revenue generation generated as a country, they are not able to do it. They are 70,000. That's what we are paying. So you can understand why people who say that they own Papa's land will be angry right now, because the money that would have been paid to the people, they should just gather it and give to one guy in Urohi, give to one guy in Ukpenu, give to one guy in Dumoda, give to one guy here, because they don't want the people to develop. So what Governor Obaseki should pay the people, should pay as pensions, should pay as salaries, should pay as emoluments. They should give it to one guy. That's how governance was in Edo State. Were we not in this state where there are people who were goons of government, celebrated 1 billion, and they went abroad to celebrate it? You and I have degrees, have master's degree, some people even have PhDs. Government money has not got into them, and there's some people surviving on Ilalobo, celebrating 1 billion. That's how reckless government used to be, and I don't blame them. It is the people that we blame. It is you and I that we blame, because we don't participate in it. Whoa, we say government is, politics is dirty, politics is that. How can you want positive outcomes from a negative process? I have had people about to ask me, you are a pastor, you shouldn't participate. I say, Yemi Oshibanjo is a bigger pastor. Chris Okoche is a bigger pastor. At any rate, who should participate in politics? Is it not those of us who say that we are Christians, who say that we are born again, who say we have the Spirit of God, and the Spirit of God is excellence? Is politics not about the distribution and the redistribution of common patrimony? It's not about leading human beings? Is politics not a moral game? I will always say, whatever is political should also be moral. You are leading human beings, and so the people who should do it should be pastors. All right, are you there? Well, let's come online. Let's talk. Let's interrogate processes. Let's question the things that we have known about leadership, especially about political leadership. We have got to interrogate. Patrick Henry says anybody that approaches public liberty, public patrimony, is a suspect. Is a suspect. So leadership all over the world should be suspected by followership. leadership all over the world should be suspected by followership. I think that as far as leadership is concerned in Nigeria, followership isn't doing enough. We're not interrogating the processes enough. We're not asking enough questions. So here we are today, interrogating the processes, questioning the things that people didn't want us to ask about at all, the questions they didn't want us to raise, the things they didn't want us to participate in. You know, when democracy was bettered in the Fourth Republic after 11 months of military rule headed by General Abdulsalami Abubakar, many of us were not interested in democracy. I think it was Ptolemy that says that the ignorant man is not the one who didn't go to school. He's the one who says, I don't care about politics, I don't care about voting. Not knowing that the quality of your life, sir, is a product of policies and politics. So if you're not interested in politics, guess what, sir? Politics is interested in you, because by the quality of life that you live is a product of leadership, is a product of policies, is a product of politics. And that is why Booker T. Washington is said, and I quote, nature scatters in every generation men and women who must take charge of the destinies of others and turn it around for good. Before now, they have sold us dummies as political leaders. I call them political wannabes. They've sold us dummies as political leaders, and we have accepted it, not knowing that the power in the people is much more than the people who are in power. So if you're joining us, welcome. Please just share this broadcast. Just keep sharing it. Just keep sharing it so that other people can know. They've told us lies for too long. And as long as the activities of those who are in the political space is shrouded, as long as it is shrouded in secrecy, as long as those who are in power can hide the things that they're doing, then you and I, in a manner of speaking, 30 years, they have not raised mentorship. They have not raised other people. That's why you see somebody at 70 is still decamping to another. Sorry. Yes, I was saying that it is only in Nigeria you will see people who consider themselves as career politicians. They have no second address. So if you don't give them ice cream, if you don't patronize them every election year, I tell people that every election year is like the English Premier League, where people just move from one political party to the other. They call themselves political juggernauts. They are political juggernauts because we gave them the power. We resign power to them. We gave them the opportunity to oppress us. And that's why I tell people that the moment the people begin to get educated politically, that's why a lot of time our universities are the way they are. That's because once people begin to get educated politically, that's why they say education makes a man difficult to enslave but easy to lead. Easy to lead. We are the leaders as long as we can gather ourselves. I remember my experience as student union president in the then Ambrose Ali University, well, in the then Edo State University, now Ambrose Ali University. They didn't think that a pastor could ever find his way, could make an incursion into the political firmament that have been dominated by court boys, that have been dominated by confraternity. They didn't think so. So when we got into the space, many of them continue to threaten us. Oh, you can't do it. We can't do it. Some of them said, oh, they are black axe. And we told them that we are the battle axe of God. For those who say, oh, we fly, I told them that those who wait upon the Lord shall mount up with wings as eagles. Thank God there are people who are listening to me now who were in Ambrose University then. And we torpedoed cultists. We brought down their empire. Why? Because I realized very early in life as a 20-something-year-old boy that the power in the people is much more than the people who are in power. A few days ago, sir, the state governor has just signed into law. So it is now law that Edo State will pay 70,000. 70,000. Federal government is dealing with 54,000. They are just moving from initially 48. Now they've been able to upscale it. 54. They can't even do up to 60,000. But the Edo State has signed the bill. We are paying from the end of this month, May. In a few days, we will be paying people the new minimum wage, 70,000. Unprecedented in the history of this country. No state government has been able to do it. The federal government, with its behemoth collection of from the revenue generation generated as a country, they are not able to do it. They are 70,000. That's what we are paying. So you can understand why people who say that they own Papa's land will be angry right now, because the money that would have been paid to the people, they should just gather it and give to one guy in Urohi, give to one guy in Ukwenu, give to one guy in Dumoda, give to one guy here, because they don't want the people to develop. So what Governor Obaseki should pay the people, should pay as pensions, should pay as salaries, should pay as emoluments, they should give it to one guy. That's how governance was in Edo State. Were we not in this state where there are people who were goons of government celebrated 1 billion and they went abroad to celebrate it? You and I have degrees, have master's degree, some people even have PhDs. Government money has not cut into them, and there are some people surviving on Ilalobo celebrating 1 billion. That's how reckless government used to be, and I don't blame them. It is the people that we blame. It is you and I that we blame, because we don't participate in it. Oh, we say government is, politics is dirty, politics is that. How can you want positive outcomes from a negative process? I have had people about to ask me, you are a pastor, you shouldn't participate. I say, Yemi Oshibanjo is a bigger pastor. Chris Okotie is a bigger pastor. At any rate, who should participate in politics? Is it not those of us who say that we are Christians, who say that we are born again, who say we have the Spirit of God, and the Spirit of God is excellence? Is politics not about the distribution and the redistribution of common patrimony? It's not about leading human beings? Is politics not a moral game? I will always say, whatever is political should also be moral. You are leading human beings, and so the people who should do it should be pastors. And I can tell you, since my foray into partisan politics, I have had no regret, because we are pushing positive vibes on a daily basis. We are letting people know that these guys who consider themselves as political juggernauts, they bleed. They are not superhumans. There's nothing that they know more than the one that you know. They don't know more than you. It is because we have relinquished power to them. It's because we have refused to interrogate how they got to where they got to. Many of these guys who are parading themselves now, are not better than you. If there's anything, you are even better than them. But because we relinquish power to them, we left them to occupy the space. We don't interrogate the processes. You see somebody become, look at the former, deputy governor. You'll be asking, what have you done in your life before? Nothing. Never really. Many of these guys have never really had a job. That's why before you know what is happening, many of them are moving towards APC, because they are looking for a Lalobo. They are looking for contestation. They think that magic will come from Abuja. These elections will be free and fair. Nobody will come from anywhere to influence the processes. We are here. We where we are at the level of stand gidigba. Nothing is going to happen. The vote will count. The vote will matter. And at the end of the day, Dr. Aswa Igodalo, that represents the greater proportion, the aggregation of the yearnings and the aspirations of the Edo people, will emerge as the governor of this state. Because how can we, for instance, say or argue with the young boys who say, education is a scam, if among two individuals who are sound, or among two individuals, you have one that is so sound, that is so educated, that is so exposed, that has done so much for himself, then somebody else who has been lucky in a manner of speaking now wins the election, then we're going to tell those boys out there that indeed education is a scam. So that's why we decided to participate in the process, to interrogate the process, and we're inviting more people in. We have told people, please go and pick up your forms, join a political party, join a political movement, be part of the reshaping of our nation state. Nobody is more Nigerian than you. It doesn't matter the title that they hold. What they have is opportunity. We have not had too many great political leaders in this state. We have not had philosopher kings. Who we have had are opportunists who just gain power and used to lord it over us, to send their children abroad, who use private money or public money for private advancement. And we have got to challenge that process. We have got to challenge those processes. We have got to challenge those things that they do. I'm asking, for instance, of the former deputy governor, owning filling stations everywhere, owning hundreds of flats everywhere, and nobody's asking. He will go to his video and say, hey, leader, and he's not the only one that is there, that is in that category. The reason because you and I have left power to them. We think that those guys who come with big chests, who think that they can come and disrupt election processes, we think that they are not human beings. They are human beings. They've come to our polling unit before, and we gather together and we pursue them out. In 2000, 2000, with these bare hands, many of you can bear witnesses. Because that's why they say the pen is mightier than the sword. We came together in Ekoma and pursued cultists, and they ran far away. We must own the process. Power indeed must belong to the people. All of the candidates must engage us on ideas. All of the candidates must tell us the things that they want to do for us. All of the candidates must open. We will not accommodate surrogates. We will not accommodate errand boys. We will not accommodate number two. Number one, because the person that we voted is the person that we voted. The person who want to vote is also the person that we want to vote. So we must interrogate them. We must ask them, what do you want to do about education? What do you want to do about taxation? What do you want to do about housing? What do you want to do about road, about critical infrastructure? What do they want to do, about it? Because the bulk of the people that we have had today are misleaders. I've had the opportunity to interact with many of them, and I love Governor Obaseki for one thing. The man does not blow siren. He doesn't use power recklessly. You will not see. We have never had issues of him to say, oh, this guy, because we know how he used to be in Edo State. Oh, this guy they drink. Oh, this guy they carry women. Oh, there isn't one property. And I'm challenging the opposition. There isn't one property in this state that you will say, look, it is the governor that is developing that property. No rumor. But we know the properties, the filling station owned by the former deputy governor, who at any rate didn't have any solid thing that he was doing before his incursion into politics. You go to the governor's place, as we speak now, the governor lives inside government house. He's left the apartment that he's in. The guy is already preparing to leave. He's packing his thing and he's already preparing to leave, because he knows that you are not going to be in power forever. The people who are going to be in power forever are the citizens of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and in particular the citizens of Edo State. So we must, like David, the Bible says, and David took hold of the strongholds of Zion, and the same became the city of God. I'm asking the people to wake up, to vote, organize themselves to go and vote, because the more we participate in the process, the more these guys who think that it is their right, they think that it is their right, they have this sense of entitlement. They call them leaders. They are not. I don't call many of them leaders. There are a few of them who are leaders, and I doff my cap for them. Oh, I've never met somebody like Osarade Oge. Oh, we're asking you, that's a human being or if that's an angel, because I did tell you yesterday that we're going to dedicate today to him, because we must begin to identify leaders. When you go to a leader's house, there are things that you must look for in leadership. Is he tolerant? Is he accommodating? Does he care for you? Because nobody knows how much you care until nobody cares how much you know until they know how much you care. So that care factor is fundamental for leadership. You must care about the people that you want to lead. You must care about human beings. It doesn't matter the party that they are in. Once you become governor, you're no longer governor of PDP. You are now governor of the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I haven't met one individual, one person who has said Osarade Oge was wicked to me, Osarade Oge was unkind to me. I've never seen such a human being. Thus, his office, his cars are untinted, his house, the gates are unlocked. And many people who have been to his house every Christmas, thousands of beds, or fowl, if you like to put it, chicken is given out by him. His office, the door is never closed. As long as he's in the office, you can see Osarade Oge, who is the deputy governorship candidate of the People's Democratic Party, anytime, any day, anytime, any day. And don't let anybody tell you lies. He lives behind the golf course. Even as we speak now, whether he's at home or not, we have had to enter into his premises. At least you enter into his compound. You may not be able to enter the main building. You enter into his compound. Somebody will attend to you. At least if you need water, you need a drink, somebody will give it to you. For me, that's what leadership is. Even by the worst critics, even by the members of opposition, everybody is singing the praises of Osadeogi, Osadeogi, Osadeogi. Everybody is singing his praises. Now the whole of Edo South is almost shut up. It's almost like Jericho. It's almost shut down. Everybody is in support of Osadeogi because of his humanity, because of his humaneness, because he gives a human face to leadership. He is not arrogant. You will never see boys around him, even when he's walking around in his compound. I remember an opportunity I had just about 2 months ago or so. I went to visit him. I had not even been appointed as DG of media. I went to visit him in his house, and my children and wife were in the car because the whole of the area was packed. That's why I had to stay outside. And when I told him, I said, I just came to say hi. My wife and children, so your children are here? Really? And he walked from right inside his house almost a whole kilometer to go and meet my wife and to go and meet, my children in the car. Please don't ask me whether I gave my wife anything. And my wife, you can take your own wife there too. So don't ask me, that question. But that's just, on the humorous part. That's just, trying to be funny. But that's what leadership is. It's the care factor. So you see this combination of Aswe Godalo, man we sabi, man we go do with Osadeogo. It's a deft combination. It's an unbeatable team. Tight. And that's why the opposition is they're doing everything possible. Some people woke me up this morning with a call and say, oh, we hear that the campaign council. I said, there's nothing like that. Now fake news. Usually the national has their own campaign council, maybe consisting of a governor as chairman, another governor as chairman, and then maybe another governor as co-chairman, and then members of the national working committee, but that will be co-opted into it. That list was released and they are rejigging the list. But as far as the management council led by the Oduma himself, Matthew Doekenwe, we are intact. All of us, all the 22 members are intact. We're doing our job. We are crisscrossing the length and breadth of Edo State. Daily I am on air giving you updates and asking the Edo people that, listen, we know what Edo used to look like. And we know what Edo now looks like, both in character and in substance. We know what it used to look like. I'm not saying that Obaseki is a perfect person. There's no governor anywhere that can give you everything that you want. No governance anywhere. And that's why governance is periodic, every 4 years. America, they vote every 4 years in America now. America that will jackpot to. You would think that Americans are satisfied. Oh, they don't want anything again. But as we speak to you, so Americans are still asking for more. In spite of what Barack Obama did, in spite of what Bill Clinton did, Americans are still asking for more. So there is no government. Any government that can give you everything can take everything from you. Any government, I'm saying it, that can give you everything can take everything from you. So we have a role to play as a citizen. The greatest office is the citizen of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It's not MON, it's not GCFR, it's not GCON, no, it's not OFR, it's not CFR. The greatest office is CFRN, Citizen, Federal Republic of Nigeria. Citizen, Federal Republic of Nigeria. Because I'm asking people, when I ask them the question, I say, where were the big men in politics? Where were the leaders? And I'm not averse to leader. I'm a leader in my own right. But a leader that does not reflect the yearnings and the aspirations of the people. I know somebody in somewhere who calls himself a leader. It is only his house that there's water. It's only his house that there's light in the village. So he will be washing his own car. The villagers will be seeing water coming out from under his gate, but they cannot fetch. Like Fela said, ordinary light for man to see. That's, and the guy says he's a leader, and he was looking for the ticket of a political party. Only your own house in the village has light. Only your own house in the village has water. Or you didn't even reticulate the water to put taps outside for people to be able to fetch water. So we have had misleaders in Nigeria, and our brothers who are in diaspora. Thank God for your great support. Thank God. We always say we are most grateful for your great support, because you guys know the standard of leadership over there. But Here, they don't know the standards of leadership there. There are people who will still vote on the basis of rapper, who will still vote on the basis of salt, who will vote on the basis of sugar, who will vote on the basis of what they can get in the immediate. And that's why we must constantly challenge these guys who have gotten all they can all they have gotten, sit on the can and thrown the keys away. And to secure themselves, they build estates everywhere and they send their children abroad. They are not leaving you and I to face the brunt, of the day. I don't know how people survive. Petrol 850 naira, and government is introducing taxes everywhere. We're talking about 58,000 naira. There is no reason why minimum wage should be less than 200,000. If you look at the increase, if you look at inflation rate side by side, what we're earning as 30,000 naira. I don't know how people survive. How much is bag of rice? When I go to buy something, when I see some things I have not bought in a while, I try to go and buy hydraulic. What I used to buy for 600, 800, they told me that hydraulic is now 3,000 naira, 2,800. I said, oh my God, look at how much cars are costing now. Unbelievable. How much was a Toyota Corolla? I remember buying one for my brother-in-law some 4 years ago, 1.4 million Nigerian use. If you can get a Nigerian use now for 2.8 million, you will be lucky. So how does APC expect us to survive? How do they expect us to survive? Hundreds of people are going into multi-dimensional poverty on a daily basis. You now remember the days of Goodluck Jonathan with nostalgia. Now, just Goodluck Jonathan, even the days we're complaining about, they are now the good old days. When we're not talking about the good old days, we're talking about the days of Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, where we're still buying petrol for 65 naira, for 85 naira. Now look at the cost of hotels. I stayed in a hotel a few days ago. It was 30,000 naira. I came back because of electricity tariff. I came back barely 10 days later. They had increased that same room I stayed in from 30,000 to 42,500. 42,500. So when I finished my meeting that later, when they told me the price, I said, no, my house stayed there. I packed my things and went to my house. No matter how late it had become, 42,500 naira. So how are we supposed, how much is bag of cement? Everything is not hitting the roof. And that's why we need to take charge of our own future. It was Booker T. Washington, and I said it. And I'm going to end with it. Nature scatters in every generation men and women who must take charge of the destinies of others and turn it around for good. Shakespeare said there are times and tides in the affairs of men, which when taken leads ultimately to prosperity. I'm not asking you to believe me. I'm saying go and listen to the things that Aswe Godalo is saying. Go and listen to some of the things, interrogate it. In fact, as far as I'm concerned, the populace should, anybody who is aspiring for public office is a suspect. We should ask questions. Asking difficult questions. Anybody who is not interrogating with you is interfacing with you. Somebody cannot interrogate his idea. It's dangerous. It's dangerous because even some of the ones that will interrogate their ideas, there is no guarantee. I mean, the one that will interrogate their ideas, some of them still shake a bit. How much less the one that you don't interrogate his ideas at all? Did you not hear when they said, oh, Buhari didn't promise us that? It was the party that APC. It was the party that promised us. It's not Buhari that promised us at that time. So, okay, what is the difference between Buhari and APC? Because some people are so fantastic marketers, they lie with ease, and when the opportunity comes, they will remind you that they didn't say so. And that's why we must interrogate. I'm not asking you to believe my principal. I'm not asking you to believe Aswe Godalo. I'm saying that whenever you have the opportunity, as he comes online regularly like I'm doing, interrogate him, ask him difficult questions. Ask him, how do you hope to do this? How do you hope to do that? We must participate in it. Don't believe him. Everybody who aspires for public office or who is in public office is a suspect. Is a suspect. Ask questions. You have a right to ask questions. How much less the one that is not interrogating or interfacing at all? And that's why if you go outside the shores of this country, when people are campaigning, they ask difficult questions. They will ask them difficult questions. They will ask them about their family. They will ask them about their background. They will ask them about their upbringing. Where is your wife? What happened to your wife? Because if you can't keep one wife, if you can't maintain one wife, how can you maintain a state? Even though we think it doesn't matter here, even if it's 4 wives, even if you're a polygamist, it's okay. But your house must be in peace, because if your house is not in peace, how do you want to introduce peace, in the state? It's like when I see Nigerian police and their vehicle. I say, if you guys can't maintain your vehicle, how do you want to maintain peace in Nigeria? Or I see, road safety. their cars don't look safe, and they want to maintain safety on the road. It is the same thing too. It must begin from the individual. Extract the individual. Ask a question. Oh boy, who are you? Where are you coming from? What have you done before? Where are your children? Where is your wife or your wives, as the case may be? In case you are a polygamist or a religion permits you, how are they doing? Because some people have abandoned their children. Where people whose children are suffering, they don't care where the children are. They've given, as they thought, they don't knock women belly everywhere. They're not taking care of those children. They're not taking care of those women. And then they will come and say they want to be governor. We should interrogate all of those processes. Even me that I'm talking to you, we should interrogate it. Some people say, Olu Martins is working for his pocket. I say, I beg your pardon. Should I work for your pocket? He said, okay, when we finish, send me your account details, so that the one where they work now, I should work for your pocket, because you are working for my own pocket. I mean, what's the big deal about it? Does anybody go to war at his charges? Even David asked a question. David said, the man that will kill Goliath, what will they do to the man? A man without an aspiration is a hypocrite. I have an aspiration. I want Aswe Igodalo to win, and to win well, so that we can join his team to create a better Edo State, and take it from where Governor Obaseki has put it, and take it to a higher pedestal. Ojukwu said, I'm involved because I'm a Nigerian. I'm involved. Fellas, I no go make my brother hungry. Make I no talk. We must continue to talk. We must continue to, interrogate. I see Kingsley Osemudiame. I see Friday. Maybe I should wear my glasses. So Friday, okay. Igelubo, I see you. Sons and daughters in Germany. Well, I see you guys. Thank you so very much. Oh, Kewe, oh, Kewe, God bless you, sir, for the opportunity. Shokeyame, all right, my wife's namesake, Twaho is watching. God bless you. Oh, hi, Chief. Ahmedu Musa, God bless you. Eric Odigia, my friend, who is my brother, who is my friend. Why they worry me? Good that you are here. Idemudia Ebito, God bless you. Benovia Nicholas, so many of you. Martins, BZ is watching. Thank you so much. We're hoping that as we develop this platform and continue to interrogate, we will be able to bring some people on, and then maybe we would also be able to have a Zoom meeting, sometime, so that, we can talk. Like I said, don't believe me. Don't believe me when I say, look at what Governor Obaseki has done. Don't believe me when I say there is an agricultural agric hub. Don't believe me when I talk about a dope best. Don't believe me when I tell you that the whole of Iriri Road down to almost to Sapele Road is all tarred. Don't believe me when I say, look, Amagba, the development going on Amagba is unbelievable, because of the fact that the roles of area or community, who collect deve is no longer functional in the dose. Don't believe me. Go and interrogate it yourself. Don't believe me. Go to Okoromi and check the the tech center that is there. Don't believe me. Don't believe me, because don't even believe me because I'm a pastor. Verify it yourself. Like our apostle says, go and verify it by yourself. Don't believe me when they tell you that the whole of Second Ugbo is stacked. Don't believe me when I tell you that Governor Obaseki has done the most interconnecting roads. Don't believe me when I tell you that Governor Obaseki is the most decent governor that we have had in recent time. At least I don't have that knowledge, and I've been with him on several occasions. He doesn't indulge. There's nothing that Governor Obaseki indulges in, and that's why people are angry with him. They know if you use Umate Kashan, they know if you use Monite Kashan, they know if you use Sigatic. There's nothing, and I have no problem with those who do that. All right, I'm not being judgmental. I'm simply saying that the guy is modest, the guy is decent. You will never, I've never known the man to say, oh, I never, he now shouted, say, oh, you are crazy, go and die. Never. No matter how angry the man was. I watched the debate between him and the POI, and I saw how he tried to contain himself. That's what leadership is. Leadership is both in learning and in character. We got to go now. Thank you for your input. And not all inputs are positive. Sometimes we ask people to please come on, criticize what we are saying. A leader must be open to criticism. If you like people praising you, you must also like people criticizing you now. You can't just like praises only. Because praises and the criticism sometimes are equidistant to each other. If they hail you, you must also be ready for them to say crucify you. They did it to Jesus. All of them is feedback. Otherwise, you'll be gathering sycophants around you. If the only people that hear, yes, man, yes, go on, sir, oh, preach it, sir, oh, is that the only people that you get? Then you are not being an honest leader. Every form of criticism is feedback. Every form of you can do it better is feedback. And those who are saying you are doing well is also feedback. So we appreciate your feedback. Thank you for your time. We got to go get some other things done. I appreciate everybody who has been here. Ibinovia, Nicholas, thank you. Hi, Chief. I'm sure Chief Musa, I'm sure we'll find time to talk. At some. I like to pronounce this name. There's Gabriel. Again, I have to wear, my glasses, my permission. I'm not. Oh, Mofim. Look at Mofim. David. David Maduku, my guy. Dennis Osaritin. That's my spokesperson. Good to have you guys here. We can't do this for the whole day, so we got to sign off here. Faith Awon, please forgive me. I grew up in the States, in this particular case, now in state CID, because I was almost arrested. Femi Biremo, my spokesperson, Rita. Thank you guys. We got to go here. Tomorrow, we'll do this again. Like I always do say, the only argument you can put forth against a lie is to put forth the truth. And I tell people that if anybody that the truth kills, that person deserves to die. I say it again, anybody that the truth kills, that person deserves to die. So 12 o'clock tomorrow, let's do this again. Please share the video, pass a comment, just let people know that we're bringing forth the truth, we're peppering them, with the truth, and we are letting them know that the power in the people, you who are watching, your collection, when you gather, organize yourself, you are stronger than any governor. You are stronger than any chairman. That's why they say there's no stopping an idea whose time has come. When you gather, you organize yourselves together, the power in you is much more than the people who are in power. Let me doff my cap to Osaradio Oge, the deputy governorship candidate of the People's Democratic Party and the longest serving secretary to the state government, at least to the best of my knowledge in Edo State. Thank you guys. We got to go at this point now. Enjoy the rest of your day. Tomorrow again, we'll do the last episode for this week on Friday. Then we can take a bit of a breather and then we'll start again on Monday. Thank you.
Now we don't hear from Olu Martins. Let us know what you think for comment section. If you never subscribe to them, ARG YouTube, try make you subscribe so that make you for the hear all the things where they happen for Nigeria. Make I leave you with this video, make you help us share them. Thank you for watching down ARG YouTube.